up, y'all? Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm gonna start this off. Now, look, I'm gonna say some things that make y'all uncomfortable. We are a real conversation today. Yeah. All right, cool. So right now, I'm gonna tell you I am the most victimized man in Washington, D.C. First of all, I'm from St. Louis. All right? That means I'm a Cardinals fan. All right? So we just got swept by these same people. I need to stand up here and give a speech to y'all while I'm looking at these Nationals celebrate their World Series. I'm a little salty today. Shut your mouth. All right. That being said, guys, yeah, my name is Kevin Dixie. Everybody calls me KD. So it's what I'm here to do is help inspire you guys. All right. Now, when I said I'm going to tell you some things that are uncomfortable, and I just need you to listen to me, right? If we had some cigars and some bourbon right now, we could talk about a lot of stuff, right? Right? At the end of the night, still be brothers, everybody go home. Well, some of y'all go home, some of y'all fall asleep in alleys, or whatever you do, right? But we still get along. So here's something I've noticed, all right? I've been dealing in firearms for a while now, but when I started off with guns, that was in my neighborhood. I'm from inner city St. Louis, right? And so guns were used in a totally different aspect. Two people had guns. Cops and criminals, and that was about it, right? Nobody in between. But what I noticed is that from the same political promises I got from, alder people, mayors, whatever have you, it was, hey, we're gonna make the community better, we're gonna increase this, we're gonna increase that. But while they had me as a young man, 16, 17 years old, they also took the time to tell me something about all you guys. You know what they told me? You're a bunch of racist, gun owner, redneck, trailer park living, can't wait to hang me by my neck type people. Now, I'm a teenager, so I'm like, oh, this seems kind of strange because I still have my neck. But okay, whatever. All right, so what I noticed though is that they are very, very good at causing a divide. Very good at it. You know what we suck at? And when I say we, I mean everybody here. We suck at listening. All right? Yeah. So I want you to do me a favor, and I want you guys to all be honest because it's about learning today, all right? So we're going to talk about what used to divide us, how it unites us. All right? Where's my timekeeper at? Right here. All right. So I want you guys to be very, very honest. Now, when I say this next date, and be honest, don't lie because we can't get to the truth if you guys are deceitful. When I say this date, I want you with everything in you to give me everything you got. 1776! Woo. One more time. 1776! My God. Who has some family members fighting back then? Who can trace their lineage? Look at these hands go up. All right? Who respects that history? Who respects what their people did for them? Yeah. Love it. Yeah. And that's the honesty I wanted. Now I want you to continue it. You with me? Yeah. 1921.
Prohibition.
That's what I'm talking about. You see that? 1921. So let's be honest about something. Now, before I get started, guys, a lot of people like to use what I say and say that I'm a victim, and this is my statement to that. Try to make me a victim and see how I respond. Don't get my words twisted and don't get my actions twisted. You can get that work, all right? Now, that being said, understand this. In 1776, that is a date we should respect. I'm just as excited as you, right? Matter of fact, one could argue we should be doing more to respect it, right? We wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for that date. Those great men that died, those people that fought, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here, right? Yeah. Cool. In 1776, understand something. And this is where they're good at being divisive and we are not good at listening. In 1776, it is factual. People that looked like me were property. I was no different than those chairs, cell phones, cameras. Take it how you want. It's the flat out truth. It's not about being emotional. It's just the truth. It's the way things work. All right? But one of the reasons this country stood up in 1776 is important because we were tired of being the victims of tyranny, correct? Yep. Frustrated with it, being taxed to death, telling what we can and can't own, where we can and can't live, right? Frustrating. So people fought back and they were free. Well, 1921, guys, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, okay? Black Wall Street was a peaceful community, and make the story short, because of a lie, and a flat out lie that is noted in history, that town, successful town, nicknamed Black Wall Street because of its success. It was an all black community, lawyers, doctors, school, everything. When somebody tells you that you can't fight, you go out, you build your own community, right? However, because of a lie, the white community around Tulsa and surrounding communities merged on Black Wall Street and killed 500 people in less than 24 hours. Not only did they kill them, the state police dropped kerosene bombs from the sky, okay? They murdered them. Even our military vets that were men of color stood proud in their front yards to say there is no way this mob will attack me and my family because I served my country. Wrong. Raped their family, murdered them, and burned their homes. So what I like to say is in 1776, America fought for its freedom from Britain. In 1921, I was still fighting for my freedom from America. Okay? And that is the truth. But now, how do we use what used to divide us to unite us? You didn't bomb Tulsa. I never wore a chain around my neck. You never whipped me. You pull out something and hit me, I'm gonna have a flashback. It's not hard. Right? So it's not about blaming you or blaming me. It's not about that. But when it comes to the cultural fight and being honest with each other, what we need to recognize is this. Despite where we come from, that does not change where we can go. All right?
Yeah.
So, now, hell with that. Y'all give me some more claps. What's wrong with y'all? So what I like to say is this, guys. What I do is expose the truth. Now, how many people in this crowd know that part of the political selling is that men that look like me should not own guns? Right? Is that the truth? Men that look like me shouldn't own guns is part of the message. All right, and what I like to, when I'm talking to all these organizations that don't believe that guns are fair or guns should be owned, I'm a civil rights advocate. Guns are part of that fight, right? Wow. But one thing I noticed is I was like, hey guys, you know what? Where I come from, by their numbers, there's a mass shooting every single day. I am from the slums. There is no way. My slum look just like your trailer park. Same difference, all right? I am from the slums, but we have people getting shot on the corner in droves every single damn day. Nobody ever came and cared, right? You get a couple of signs, put the gun downs, pick up the fist, things like that. However, I value everybody's child here the same way I value my children. I love you just like I love my family. So whatever happens to innocent Americans bothers me. So when I see imbeciles hurting our kids, it touches me in a special place, right? Big of a dude as I am, it hits me, and hits me hard. But that being said, when something happens in the right zip code, all right, the right zip code, then all of a sudden we need legislation and control, all right? We need laws. When it happens in my zip code, I give police in prison, right? So what I pointed out to them is, it's ironic that when it happens to a certain group of people, you convince them that all of a sudden we need national control. But when it happens to a group of people like me, you say, well, let the animals kill each other. So that's where they're weak, and that's what we need to attack. I don't think any of you are going to call me an animal. I'm not going to call you a racist or anything like that. So that being said, my time is almost up. There's one thing I want you guys to remember, and I want you to freaking own this, all right? There is a man that stood right here that was mentioned earlier by the name of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He had a dream, and it's standing in front of you, all right? That is something to remember. The shirt that I have on says, my ancestors paid the price. I'm just a receipt, all right? Nobody's asking for exchange. Nobody's asking for refund. Freedom, guys, comes in all flavors. It comes in all appearances. It comes in all genders. But what we have to get better at is understanding that. So, I will end you with this. Gun control, at its inception, if you guys don't know, came around in the 1600s. That was before the birth of this nation. Gun control was started. It's just not a cliche to say all gun control is racist. Gun control was started for people that look like me, flat out. It continues because of people that look like me. It just evolved to include people that look like most of this crowd. So now it just hates everybody equally, right? It just evolved. We need to take its evolution of hate and meet it with the evolution of truth, okay? That's what we need to do. So I'll leave you with this, and I want you guys to come along with me. Gun control is a lie, okay? It is. I want you to remember that. Gun control is a lie. We, this community, is the truth, despite any difference. So, gun control is a what?
Lie.
We are the what?
Truth.
All right, y'all ready? Gun control is a
lie.